Good morning, dear students. We are late for 9 minutes because there was a technical problem and we have been able to solve this technical problem. Dear students, you know that after your class test 1, we conducted several classes on English second paper. It is our time to talk about English first paper. That I told you that in my last class that I would start with English first paper. Because English first paper most of the time pains you, because most of you remain uninterested in talking about the lessons of English first paper. As a part of my responsibility, I would like to talk about English first paper today, and you know that today I am going to talk about Unit 4 Lesson 1. The students of Dhaka College are requested to listen to me what I say. Dear students, at the beginning of your session, we give you routines. We give you syllabus for your CT1, CT2, CT3, CT4, and CT5. There is a correction. Dear student, there is a correction. We are heading towards CT2. Dear students, we are heading towards CT2, and you know that for CT2 there are 3 units. That is unit 3, 4, 5 maybe, but this unit should be completed according to your new book. Dear students, there was a mistake in giving you the syllabus. We completed the syllabus according to the previous book, but try to take preparation. Dear students, try to take preparation according to the new book, that is new EFT book. And in our syllabus that we gave you, there was, I think, traffic education at lesson number 3 maybe, but according to new book, the units have been changed. So, dear students, take preparation for your CT2 according to your new EFT book, that is English for Today book, and we will talk about the lessons according to a new English for Today book. Today I will talk about Unit 4, Lesson 1. It is one of the most important lessons from your English for Today book. At first, I will make you understand. The whole lesson. And while we will be talking about the lesson, we will try to learn what type of questions are given from this lesson, okay, especially in terms of MCQs and question answer. So my dear students, look at the first slide. Here is written Unit 4, that is we are going to talk about English 4, and our title is Human Relationship, okay, and the lesson is Etiquette and Manners. Now my dear students, look at the first slide that contains our passage. Here I have underlined some words. That students, I have underlined some words, and these words are actually not underlined in the EFT book. I have myself underlined because these are the words that you need to understand. You need to look for the synonyms or antonyms of these words, these underlined words, because these words are usually given as synonyms and antonyms. So my dear students, look at. Try to check whether you can understand the passage or not. I can understand. What about you? Can you see the passage clearly, my dear students? Please have your comment in the comment box. Can you see the passage? That is, can you see the paragraph? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Polash. Thank you, Sinan. Okay, dear students, let us talk about the first paragraph of our lesson. Okay, as a child, you must have been told to greet your elders and visitors to your home according to your culture and tradition. Dear students, now you are a child, and as a child, you have some responsibilities. some responsibilities have been talked about in the passage, and these responsibilities should be performed by children. What is the first responsibility of you? The first responsibility of a child is to greet elders and visitors to your home according to your culture and tradition. Okay, dear students, what does tradition mean? What does tradition mean? In Bengali, it's called oitijjo. We can say heritage. And my question is, what type of parts of speech is tradition? Who can tell me the answer? Who can tell me the answer? Our first word is tradition. Okay, our first word is tradition. I will give you a list of synonyms after we have talked about this syllabus. This lesson. The students, tradition is itself a noun. Why is it a noun? What do you think? Why is it a noun? Look at the slide. According to your culture and tradition, you know that your is a pronoun, but here it is working as an adjective. Actually, the word your is a possessive, and this possessive is modifying culture and tradition. We know that an adjective always modifies a noun and pronoun. In this case, I can say tradition is a noun. Okay, so what is your first responsibility as a child? Your first responsibility as a child is to welcome. Is to welcome or is to hail. What is the synonym of greet? Who can tell me? What is the synonym of greet? Who can tell me right now? Write in the comment box. Yes, adjective modifies noun. Yes, thank you. Tahsinul, excellent answer, excellent explanation. Yes, thank you. The synonym of greet is welcome. Anything else? Someone address? Okay, no problem. Welcome. Can I say hail? Hail is a synonym. Yes, excellent. Mahmudul Hassan. Salute is a synonym of greet, you can say. Very good. So, welcome, salute, and you can say hail. H-A-I-L. Next one. So, we have got our first responsibility that a child must perform or maintain according to his or her culture and tradition. Next one, you must also have been taught to be polite in company and keep quiet while others, especially your elders, spoke. Look at the board, please. Look at the slide. There is another response. There are two responsibilities in the second sentence. You have to be polite in a company. You have to be polite in a company. You have to be quiet while others speak. Dear students, there are two words underlined in this passage. The first one is polite. What is the synonym of polite and what type of parts of speech is polite? What type of parts of speech is polite? What do you think? Write in the comment box, please. What type of parts of speech is polite? Yes. Very good. It's adjective. Polite is actually an adjective. My question is, who can give me a synonym of polite? Excellent. According to Raju, mannered. Thank you. Excellent. Nabil. Excellent. Courteous. Excellent answer from Nabil. Courteous. Alok, you are absolutely correct. You can use gentle. So gentle, you can say courteous. Decent. Excellent answer, Abdur Rahman. Modest. Next one. So our second responsibility according to the passage that a child must perform or maintain is to be polite in company, and it's an adjective. And keep quiet. Keep quiet. What do you mean by quiet? And what type of parts of speech is quiet? Who can tell me? And keep quiet while others, especially your elders, spoke. Here, especially. Now we have written another two words, quite and especially. What do you mean by quite? What type of parts of speech is quite? And give me some synonyms of quite. Write in the comment box, please. Yes, Mustafizur Rahman, thank you. A very, very attentive student, Mustafiz is. Quite, you can say calm. Yes, yes, you can say calm. Can you say serene? S-E-R-E-N-E. Can I say peaceful? So I can say serene, I can say peaceful, I can say calm. We can use three synonyms for quite. Now our fifth target is especially. Especially is an adverb. Why is especially an adverb? Who can tell me? Who can tell me? Why is especially an adverb? Who can explain me in the comment box? Yes, Samuel, you are absolutely correct. But my question is, why is especially an adverb? Why? Oh my God. Tasin, you are absolutely clever. Dear students, ly added word, look at please, ly added word is not always an adverb at all, is not always. Ly added word can be an adjective, it can be an adverb. Here, specially is definitely an adverb, but I'd like to teach you one thing. Don't take your final decision that a word is an adverb if you get ly with that word. Ly added word can be either an adjective or an adverb. Look at the board, please. Some are deprived of motherly affection. Look at this. Some are deprived of motherly affection. What do you think? Whether this motherly is adjective or adverb? What do you think? Definitely it's an adjective, because this word is modifying the word affection. Affection is a noun, and you know that affection noun is always modified by an adjective. That's why you can say it's an adjective. Another example. Tagore started writing profoundly. Look at please. Tagore started writing profoundly. Here in this sentence, the word profoundly, it is also with ly, and this profoundly is modifying the word verb. That's why we can say it's an adverb. There is another thing, that is look at this two words. If you get ly with a noun, it should be adjective, and if you get ly with an adjective, it should be adverb. So these things should be kept in mind, that my dear students, if you get ly with a noun, this word will be an adjective, and in terms of ly with an adjective, it should be an adverb. So my dear students, let us restart our passage. So I have already told you that especially is an adverb, while quite is an adjective. What is our second responsibility as a child? Our second responsibility as a child, to be polite in company. Our third responsibility as a child, to keep quiet while others speak. My dear students, today I will talk about the whole passage, and I will talk about the synonyms and antonyms or identification of parts of speech. And this lesson will be covered within 2 classes. This is the first class on this lesson. I will take another class. I will talk about the question pattern of MCQ and question answer in my next class, because this passage will be completed. We can complete this passage, I think, within 2 classes. It is not possible for us to complete this passage within 50 minutes because it's a long passage. We have to understand a lot of things, and then we have to talk about the questions. Just on our next line, please. Possibly at times, you at times grasped such schooling. Dear students, this is a very, very important line. There are 3 words underlined. Possibly you at times 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 words in this passage, and I have underlined 3 words. My question is, what type of parts of speech are possibly, grasp, and schooling? Write in the comment box, please. Dear students, thank you, Amit, Yusuf, Bilal, Sadat, Salahuddin. I'm really honored and inspired with your comments. Give me possibly, grasped, and schooling. What type of parts of speech are these words? Write in the comment box. Please write. Sinanuddin, adverb, verb, noun. Nabil, adverb, verb. 2. Where is the other one? We are playing a game here. We are playing a game in terms of the identification of parts of speech. This is really interesting if you can identify. Thank you for your excellent presentation, Kazi Shafin. Shubho, thank you. Okay, let me talk about possibly. Possibly is an adverb. Very good. Possibly is an adverb. And the next one is? But my question is, what does grass mean in Bengali? Who can tell me? What is the Bengali meaning of grass? The Bengali meaning of possibly is shambhavato. I will give you some synonyms for that. Yes, grass is a verb. Excellent. Excellent, my dear students. Show me the comments, please. Very good. Okay, thank you. What is the synonym of schooling? This is really important. This is really important. Nabil, Jahid, Uday, Alamin, Sinan, thank you for your excellent performance. Shaun, thank you. Pritom, Tanjid, Mozammel, very active boy. Shahidil, welcome. Piyash, thank you. Yes, look at please. Look at me, please. Possibly is an adverb. In Bengali, it's called shambhavato. Grudge is a verb. It's called biddesh poshon kora or ghrina kora. Apochondo kora. Schooling. Schooling conveys the meaning of teaching, shikha. Okay. Schooling is a noun. Most of you are really correct. Nuruddin, excellent. Obaidul Islam, Arfan, you are absolutely correct. Abul Kalam, good. Ashab, tutoring, excellent. Ashab is really performing well. Okay, my dear students. Possibly adverb, grass verb, schooling noun. But my question is, what are the synonyms of these words? I am going to talk about. Possibly means perhaps. Possibly means perhaps. You can say probably. Possibly means perhaps, or you can say probably. Grass means hate or dislike. Sorry, my dear students. And the last one is schooling. Here, schooling conveys the meaning of teaching. And Ashab Rahman has said tutoring. This is also correct, Ashab. So, my dear students, we have completed our up to schooling. Now we are going to we are heading towards on second next sentence. Possibly at there is another phrase. Look at please. What do you mean by at times? What do you mean by at times, dear students? It's a phrase. At times. What is the Bengali meaning of at times? It's a phrase. Definitely it's a phrase. Excellent. Tanjid, I'm really satisfied with the performance of you. The Bengali meaning of at times is maje maje. Who can give me some synonyms for at times? Tanmoy, thank you. Sujon, thank you. Shipon, you are excellent. You are excellent. You are doing really well. I am really overjoyed with the answer of Muhammad Shipon. What is the synonym of at times? Most of you have written sometimes. You are absolutely correct. I can give you some phrases that convey the meaning of at times. You can say off and on. You can say now and then. You can say ever and anon. You can write down these phrases so that you can write down so that you can use these phrases in your practical life or in the writing side of your exam. So my dear students, Mustafizur Rahman, occasionally, okay, at times, sometimes, often, on, now and then, ever and anon. These are the synonyms for at times, okay? Can I move forward, my dear students? Can I move? Shomoji, thank you. Sujon, Akash, okay. Nuruddin Sarkar, Akash Khan, thank you. What is the Bengali anon? Ever and anon. These are the three words that combine this phrase. You are requested to look up this word in the dictionary, please. Shastaful, thank you. Have you understood me, my dear students, in terms of these phrases and words? Okay, let us talk about some more important lines. Possibly, at times, you even protested. Possibly, you at times protested such disciplining. Sometimes you hate, sometimes even protest. Here protest means, protest is a verb, and here protest means you can say challenge. You can say object. Object. Here object means protirodh kora. You can say challenge. Such disciplining. But my question is, what type of words, what type of parts of speech is disciplining? What type of parts of speech is disciplining? Who can tell me? What type of parts of speech is disciplining? The students, be active, be attentive in the comment box. Leaving unnecessary talkings, please. Yes, thank you. Tasir Islam, excellent answer. Gerund noun, that is gerundial noun. It is working as a noun, and this noun has been constructed with the use of ing. If you add ing with a word, and if this ing added word works as a noun, It's called gerund. Okay, thank you. Mushfiq Nasif, you are absolutely correct. Thank you for your excellent delivery. When the colleges reopen, we will try to learn very smoothly and with great interest. Okay. Okay, my dear student, let us talk about some other lines. Now, certainly you know that you can't always behave. Dear student, listen to what I say. Now, certainly you know that you can't always behave the way you want, especially in the presence of others. Dear students, whenever you are with others, you can't always maintain your way of speaking. You can't always maintain your own way of liking when you are with the presence of others. There are rules of behavior you have to follow in a company. This is another responsibility for you. You have to follow some rules of behavior in a company. We are social beings and have to consider the effect of our behavior on others, even if we are at home and dealing with our family members. Dear students, most of the time we stay at home, but if we even talk about our family members, we should be careful about our behavior, because our behavior puts impact on the mentality or psychology of our family members. So if you are outside the home, you have to be more careful. So my dear students, you have to be very careful in terms of ensuring your behavior with others. And the word others here includes both the family members and the individuals outside your family. Okay, so my dear students, you have to consider the effect of your behavior on others. There is another responsibility of you. So up to this part, we have talked about some responsibilities that a child has to follow or maintain. The first one was to welcome elders and visitors. The second one was to be polite in company. The third one is keep quiet while others speak. The next one is to follow the rules of behavior. Next one is to consider the effect of your behavior on others. Okay, dear students, I'm going to give you another word. Yes, this is consider. What type of parts of speech is consider, and give me some synonyms. Okay, another word is behavior. What type of parts of speech is behavior, and give me some synonyms. Okay, Tanjila is absolutely correct. Sifat. Okay. Sami, verb, thank you. Nabil, verb, think. Yes, Jayed, Shubho, Shujon, Jahid. We are having a participatory class, and this is really enjoyable. I get enjoyment. What about you? Niloy Chandra Das, excellent. Fariha, behavior is a noun, thank you. Shamim Rani, you are correct. Look at the spelling verb, Shamim Rani. Shajib Rahman, excellent. Shakibul Islam Rifat, excellent presentation. Jafrin, behavior deeds. Your answer should be rectified. Jafrin. Saurabh, good. Polash, good. Deepamit, good. Niloy, good. What are my other students? We want some more answers from you. Don't remain inactive or indolent or lazy in the comment box. Be active. Try to show your presence with answer. Niloy, very good, very good. Okay, my dear students, let us talk about. Here, consider means in Bengali, bibechona kora. Can you say regard? Can you say steam? Look at please. So consider is a verb. In Bengali, it's called bibechona kora. There are two synonyms, regard and esteem. Behavior is a noun, definitely noun. Behavior is a noun, and the synonym of behavior is conduct. Okay? Yes, you can say attitude. Yes, Sujan, you are absolutely correct. Tasinul, very good. Raihan Hussain, you are absolutely brilliant. Because a brilliant can recognize other brilliants. Be careful. Okay, thank you. We have already completed our first lesson. Now, first paragraph of the lesson. Now, let us talk about the second paragraph. In this paragraph, actually two words are illustrated. In this paragraph, two words are actually illustrated. The first one is etiquette and the second one is manner. Okay, manners. Don't look at the slide, just look at me. Etiquette and manners. These are the two words that we need to talk about right now. Dear students, etiquette is one kind of rule. Etiquette is one kind of rule. My dear students, etiquette is one kind of rule, and this rule is for, because the rules of correct behavior. Dear students, etiquette refers to the rules of correct behavior. That means the behavior that is correct is learned through etiquette. So etiquette gives us the way of learning rules of correct behavior. So we can say etiquette refers to the rules. Etiquette refers to the rules of correct behavior. Okay, my dear students, the behavior that are appropriate, are called correct behavior, and there's some rules of maintaining correct behavior. These rules are actually called etiquette. Is it clear to you? Now, manners. Manners are actually behavior. Manners are actually behaviors. Manners are actually behavior. I'm going to repeat, my dear students. Manners are actually behaviors. But the behaviors which are considered to be polite and appropriate. Dear students, behaviors which are considered to be polite and appropriate in a particular society is called or are called manners. So all behaviors are not manners. Manners, behaviors which are considered to be polite and appropriate in a particular society or culture are called manners. Dear students, look at please. So up to this part for second paragraph, I have told you that manners are behaviors which are considered to be polite and appropriate in a particular society or culture. Okay, etiquette is the rules of correct behavior. Okay, so if you are asked a question, what is the difference between etiquette and manners, you can say etiquette means the rules of correct behavior. Etiquette refers to the rules of correct behavior. On the other hand, on the contrary, you can say manners are the behaviors which are considered to be correct or polite or appropriate in a particular society or culture. Okay, we have two terms to describe a social behavior. Now I'm going to read out the lines. We have two terms to describe a social behavior, etiquette and manners. Etiquette is a French word and it means towards the correct behavior in a society. The origin of etiquette is from France. It's a French word and it means the rules of correct behavior in a society. The word manner means the behavior that is considered to be polite and polite in a particular society or culture. Dear students, in a particular society or culture, be careful. So etiquette refers to the rules and manner means behavior, and that behavior which is considered to be polite and appropriate in a particular society or culture. Okay, manners can be good or bad. For example, it's a bad manner to speak with food in one's mouth. Manners can be either good or bad. If you talk with food in your mouth, it's a bad manner. Remember that etiquette and manners vary from culture to culture and from society to society. Okay, etiquette and manners are not same all over the world. It varies from culture to culture and society to society. What type of parts of speech is vary? Who can tell me? Comment box please. What type of parts of speech is vary? Yes, Tanjila, excellent, Tanjila. Tasinul, thank you. Sorry, Tasinul, have I skipped one line? Oh, sorry. No one likes a bad-mannered person. Wait, let me explain. No one likes a bad-mannered person. Thank you, Tasinul. No one likes a bad-mannered person. Who can tell me what type of parts of speech is bad-mannered? And there is a name of this word in terms of English second paper, actually for modifier part. In modifier, this word is called dash. Bad-mannered modifies person. Person is a noun. That's why I can say bad-mannered is an adjective, but it is actually called in terms of modifier dash. Who can tell me? Who can tell me? You are absolutely correct. Yes, Sinanuddin. Sinan is really correct. It's called compound. It's called compound. Clear? In modifier part, this question is usually given. Bad-mannered person. Here, bad-mannered modified person. Modifies person. That's why you can say here bad-mannered is a pre-modifier. Here bad-mannered is a pre-modifier. Nuruddin Sharkej was absolutely correct. Here compound adjective. Bad-mannered is a compound word and it is modifying person. Okay. Polash, Amjad, Mozammel, okay, you are going on well. Faria, thank you. Shimul, thank you. Amit, thank you. Okay, okay, pre-modifier, excellent. They are really actually, they are really pre-modifier. Okay, thank you. My dear students, we have already completed our second paragraph. Now let us talk about our third paragraph. We learn etiquette and manners from our parents, families, and various institutions such as school, college, and our professional bodies. So you can learn etiquette and manners from different places, and the places may be you can learn etiquette and manners from your parents, from your families, or various institutions like schools, colleges, and professional bodies. But my question is, what does parents means? It's a very silly question, I know that. What does parents mean? Yusuf, I have uttered your name for 3 or 4 times. Yusuf, I'm really depressed with your comment. I have uttered your name for 3 times, at least 3 times. If you want to have if you want to have proof, please try to watch the video from the beginning to the end. You will get my answer. Okay. Okay, I know that you know the Bengali meaning of parents, but my question is, what is the synonym of parent? Who can tell me? Who can tell me? I know that this word is really known to you, but what is the synonym of parent? Show me the answer. Show me the answer. Suraya Sultana, absolutely correct. Nionjo Marma, you are correct. But what is the Bengali meaning of parent? Tell me. Oh my God, I am not willing to have the explanation of parents. Actually, my focus is on parent. I want to teach you parent. That's why I have asked the question parents. Don't take it me in a different way. Fahad Saim, you are absolutely correct. Fahad, you are the first time. Father, excellent, Shagor. Parent means a father or mother. Father or mother. Father or mother, clear to you? If I say he is my parent, he is my parent, it would be father. If I say she is my parent, it would be mother. So my dear students, there is another was occupation, professional. Professional, what parts of speech is professional? Who can tell me? Who can tell me what type of parts of speech is professional? You know that professional, the word professional modifies bodies. Bodies is a noun. So I can say, what type of parts of speech is professional? Yes, excellent, excellent, excellent. Everybody is excellent. Excellent people are Tasun Islam, Abdullah Mamun, Jayed Ahmed, Sujon, Tanjid Hassan, Deepamit, Polash, Raju, Ahmed Pritam. Is it pronoun? Ahmed Pritam, this is adjective because it modifies the word noun. Jafrin correct, Nilay correct, Tariq Aziz from Feni, you are absolutely correct. Fariha correct, Kaji Shafin correct, Arjun correct. Okay, who can give me 2 synonyms for professional? Give me 2 synonyms. Give me 2 synonyms for professional. Oh my God, Abdullah Mamun, I have uttered your name 2 or 3 times. Give me 2 synonyms for professional. Rezaul Karim Sujan. Yes, Mushfiqul Islam, occupational, you are absolutely correct. Raihan, no problem. Man learns through mistakes. Yes, Mahmudul Hassan, thank you. Vocational and occupational. Vocational and occupational. Excellent job. We have a short time. Within 6 minutes, we have to stop. Dear students, there are some rules of behavior for all kinds of social occasions, and it is important to learn them and practice them in everyday life. So, dear students, every day we attend or participate in different occasions. You know that for different occasions, there are different kinds of behavior that you have to follow. There's one example. The manners that are correct in a wedding reception will not do in a debating club. That means the manners of wedding reception and the manners of debating club are completely different. You cannot apply the manners of a debating club in a wedding reception. Okay. Therefore, that means, what is the synonym of therefore? The synonym of therefore is so. You can say hence. And they are adverb. According to parts of speech, they are adverb, dear students. I have a very short time. So the manners of different places are different. Okay. Therefore, we have to be careful. We have to be careful. You can say cautious. You can say conscious. You can say aware. For careful, we have to be careful about etiquette and manners. We know that how important it is to say please, thank you in everyday life. A few more polite expressions such as pardon me, excuse me, may I are bound to make your day smooth and pleasant. Dear students, if you use some very flexible words and phrases like please, thank you, pardon me, excuse me, may I, these are the words that will make your days more comfortable and easier. So my dear students, I'm going to talk about one word more to complete the passage. In my next class, I will talk about the MCQs and question answer. I have written a word, wedding. What type of parts of speech is wedding? Who can tell me? Write in the comment box. What type of parts of speech is wedding? What type of parts of speech is wedding? Noun, Yusuf, thank you. I have not completed the class. You have to wait for another 3 minutes. Shoaib, try to learn. You will be able to rectify your problems. Fariha, thank you. Tanjit, thank you. Kazi Shafin, thank you. Rifat, right. Pritam, right. Annoykar, right. Deepodikar, right. Tanvir Ahmed, absolutely right. But my question is, what is the verb form of wed? What is, sorry, I have given you the answer. The verb form of wedding is wed, okay? The verb form of wedding is wed, okay? The Shafat, you are absolutely, here wedding is the noun. Don't say it's an adjective. The verb form of wedding is the noun, but here wedding is working as a noun or adjective. Here wedding is working as an adjective because it is modifying reception. Thank you. It's a very tricky question. Wedding reception, actually wedding is a noun. Actually wedding is a noun, but here wedding is working as an adjective because this wedding is modifying reception. Reception is a noun. That's why we can say wedding is an adjective. Dear student, this word has been constructed with the help of ing. And if you get any ing added word, and if this ing added word works as an adjective, it's called present participle. Dear students, it's called present participle. So if you get any ing added word and if this word works as an adjective, it's called present participle. What is the verb form of wedding? It's wed. What is the synonym of it? Is marry. Okay. What is the synonym of wed? The synonym of wed is marry. There is one phrase for marry, and that is tie the knot. Comment box please. Tie the knot. Tie the knot. What does tie the knot mean? Thank you. Tie the knot means biye kora. It's concept marry. So wed, marry and tie the knot all carry the same meaning. Okay. Dear students, let us go to the next slide please. Dear students, these are the words for you. These are the words for you. You are requested to take a screenshot so that you can write them down in your notebook. Take a screenshot. And this passage has been given, has already been given in broad questions. Okay, these are really important. Take a screenshot, my dear students. I have given you 12 words here. Okay, take a screenshot. There is another page for you. Go to the next slide. Yes, there are 2 words. Okay, these are the words that I have written for you. My dear students, I want you to go through this passage again and again so that you can understand. And in my next class, that is on next Saturday, I will talk about the MCQs and question answer depending on English Unit 4 Lesson 1. My dear students, thank you for being with me. Please be present in my upcoming classes. I would like to have some more participatory classes. And I hope you are staying at home and trying to keep yourself safe and sound. I want all of you to be safe and sound. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for being with Dhaka College. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.